What's happening, everybody? I'm back. It's me, your resident supervillain, Mr. J. Washington, and I'm here with my review for A Fall from Grace on Netflix, directed by Tyler Perry. And if you have not seen this shit yet, come back. No, look, if you ain't seen it yet, you're doing yourself a favor. Like, all right, let me brace myself for this. So, this is what I do. I watch films, I watch TV, I review them, I record it, I edit it, I put it out here for y'all. I tell you whether it's good or bad in my opinion, and then we go from there. I heard about this joint all weekend. People like, yo, have you seen Tyler Perry's new movie? And first of all, I was like, why the fuck are you asking me, have I seen Tyler Perry's new movie? I don't want to see Tyler Perry's new movie. I'm not a Tyler Perry fan like that. But then I kept hearing and I kept seeing shit on Twitter and I kept seeing shit on Instagram. And first of all, before we go any further, it's going to be a lot of swearing because I don't know how the fuck else to describe this monstrosity I just fucking watched. So I might not get monetized off of it because I've already said fuck 6 times. Oh well, this shit is bad. It's so bad. First of all, every week, Crystal Fox, they put the worst wigs on in history. It was like they went to a Salvation Army and said, yo, you got wigs that look like they've been through hell in the handbag. We need those. And we just gonna put oil sheen on them and put them on our star. And then they was like, no, but we got some wigs that just came off a few old prostitutes. You can have these bitches and put them on her head. And the problem was they couldn't even put the wig all the way in the front up here where her hairline is. You can see her hairline and then the wigs line. And the wigs are terrible. And then Mechad Brooks has the most Jermaine Jackson ass wig on. Like, who the fuck said, yo, we gonna put this man in a boxed fade like this is 1990 and he in a Teddy Riley video? Why was the lining on his fade on an angle? I get it was a wig. Y'all couldn't even line up the wig right for the man. Then the dude who plays Bresha Webb's husband got his own light-skinned fade going on. What are you, Shamar Moore Light? Then let me go to Tyler Perry. Of course, Tyler Perry got to be in it. He got this old gray wig, gray curly hair wig with a gray curly beard. You nigga look like Booker T. Washington, okay? Why you got this so abolitionist-ass beard? Then, matter of fact, you look like the dad from Teen Wolf, the original first movie. You remember Scott's dad, Howard? He looked like a black Howard, okay? This is terrible. The dialogue is awful. I understand this movie was shot in 5 days, and as a black man, I'm supposed to be like, yo, we supposed to support Tyler Perry and all his endeavors because he is putting on for Black Hollywood. Tyler Perry is putting on for Tyler fucking Perry. I am not going to support bullshit, and that's what this movie is. I don't care if it's his first Netflix film. It is trash. There are numerous other films that come out that are trash, and if you watch what I do, you know I have no problem telling you they are trash. This is garbage, okay? It is so bad. Listen, there's a scene where they in the diner, right? You got Mechad Brooks and Crystal Fox. They supposed to be on a date in the diner. There's a white dude, old white guy in the back as an extra. He's supposed to be drinking water. My man picks up a cup with nothing in it. It is a clear cup, and he acts like he is drinking from it. And this is happening repeatedly. He is supposed to be eating food. He takes his fork in the food. Don't even pick food up. Takes his fork to his mouth, go, no, and chew. Ain't shit there. And this is takes they decided to keep in the movie. Like, what happened with your editing? There's a part where Crystal Fox is in jail in the prison holding thing, talking to Bresha Webb, and the wigs change. There's several times this happened. Where the fuck is the script supervisor for continuity? Who decided this was a good idea? Bresha Webb is one of my homies. I've met Bresha, hung out with Bresha a bunch of times, and I got love for her, and I love the fact she is working. But damn it, there's some things that are just wrong. Phylicia Rashad don't even fit in this. Yes, former Claire Huxtable is in this. You're like, wow, Lord. Then the legendary, great Cicely Tyson is in it. They got Cicely Tyson playing an old woman who all she needed is some fucking cats, and it'd have been perfect. This is bad, okay? I got notes on this. There's a scene, supposedly, when Mechad Brooks takes Crystal Fox's character to a meadow or some shit in the dark to propose. He tells her to turn around and spin, and supposedly fireflies come out, and it's the worst CGI in fucking history. And she talks about, I wish I had a jar to catch this shit. I wish I had a jar to put my brain in after watching this damn movie. There's no reason for this. Tyler Perry has produced a bunch of movies. No matter how we may feel about the Madea movies, when he tried to be an action star with Alex Cross, he has produced a bunch of other movies, and those have been feature films, right? Those have had feature-length quality, the shots and everything. No matter how we feel about the stories, those were done in a full feature-length film format. This shit is an indie film. The niggas with a Galaxy S3 and filmed together. Everybody wrote the script. How synthetic weed? Why is this a thing? I know y'all like, Jay, why are you yelling? Why are you so upset? If you just sat through 2 hours of some shit like I just sat through, you'd be mad as hell too. There's a part where they're in the courtroom having a trial, okay? And the DA says, we brought up 45 witnesses. Do you understand? A trial wouldn't have been 3 days with 45 witnesses. Then we see the judge on the bench. He calls Bresha Webb's character, Jasmine Bryan, up, calls the DA up, and you can see the judge's script. He has his lines highlighted. It's on the desk. Why? And yes, Black Twitter, Black Facebook, all that. You can come at me. Because this shit is trash. The root, whoever want to be like, oh man, black people don't support Tyler Perry. Man, fuck this movie. I'm so frustrated because people act like I'm supposed to support this trash. What else was there? He got the wig, the judge's script. You got Phylicia Rashad's character, Sarah, out here holding old women in the basement like the people under the stairs. There's so much wrong. The dialogue in this movie is terrible. It is cringeworthy. There's things that make no sense. There's a part where Bresha Webb's Jasmine Bryan comes in to meet Phylicia Rashad's character after talking to her on the phone with some cutaway that never happens, with editing that shouldn't have happened. But all of a sudden, Phylicia Rashad's character is pulling a garbage can into the driveway. She's an older woman. She says it's heavy. She needs some help. Understandable. Bresha Webb walks up. They never introduce themselves to each other. It is all it's supposed to be assumed they know each other. Just let's in the house. Then Phylicia Rashad's character Sarah says, let me make you some coffee. We hear the tea kettle go off. It's the tea kettle. What type of fucking coffee are you making? Maxwell House? Like, why? Taster's Choice? Then supposed to be making hot coffee, right? Ain't no steam coming from the cup. None of this makes sense. The story is dumb. You have Grace, who is played by Crystal Fox, who is an inmate. Again, horrible wigs all the way through. Then there's parts where she's supposed to be in the jail. She's having this conference room with her lawyer, played by Bresha Webb. And she is narrating her own story. But the problem is, when she sees Bresha's character, when she's there with Jasmine Bryan, she's down and despondent and beat. And you can tell the life's been drained out of her, right? But the life's been drained out of her, but when she's narrating, it's so full of life and vigor. Like, she just does, it's not the same character. This is not, no. See, there are things that are supposed to happen, and it just makes no sense. Supposedly, Grace kills Mechad Brooks, right? And they show you how she supposedly killed him. She hit this mug in the side of the head numerous times with a baseball bat, okay? So you find out then, again, I told you, I don't give a fuck about spoilers. He's alive. Let me tell you something. And he is normal. Well, for the most part, you should be talking like your mouth is full of Play-Doh. Your brain should be on another level. You shouldn't even be able to speak the letter A. You've been hit that many times with a baseball bat. Then, supposedly, she's been in jail all this time. The trial is going on. They see him. He got his shit just wrapped up in one bandage, which is clean as fuck, and with bruised eyes. At this point, if he been saved, he should be healed. Also, let me go to Officer Bryant, Jasmine Bryant's husband, the light-skinned dude with the other fucking Rex and Effects fade. So, there's a part where he is arresting a suspect, has him on the car in handcuffs. He gets a call on the radio, you need to go check your computer. He checks the computer, all of a sudden, while the dude's still in the car, he starts the car up, backs up, drives off, leave the dude there. He does the same shit later when he's arresting Phylicia Rashad's character. He just handcuffs her, all of a sudden leaves on the table, tells her, don't you go nowhere. And he walks off, and Phylicia Rashad with handcuffs on runs the fuck off. Can somebody explain why was this allowed to happen? Stop saying because it's Tyler Perry, we have to accept this. Because you don't. There's this thing, I am one of the advocates for black excellence in television and film. As a black actor myself. And somebody will say, well, Jay, you know Tyler Perry offered you a role, you do it. No, I wouldn't. No, because you know what? I have to have a respect for myself. This is just terrible. My homie Blockzilla asked him in the junket, what about the wigs? And he gets upset. And then he said somebody else, even hair and makeup, said, what about the wigs? Tyler Perry was like, look, let it be. I know my audience. That is how little you think of your audience. If you think the hair situation and all these things that look terrible, that are terrible, are just acceptable. If I had to get this rating on a scale of 1 to 5, I give it a negative 1 hour and 20 minutes. Or 2 hours, whatever, 120 minutes. A negative 120 minutes. Because that's what I spent watching this. Now, I'm frustrated. I have not been this frustrated in a review for anything I've watched ever. Because I laughed through Dark Phoenix because it was just so bad. And I knew it was stupid and should never be made. I didn't know how B-list, indie-rific this would look to be a Netflix. We watched many Netflix films. Netflix films are nominated for Oscars. We watched Tyler Perry films released in theaters that look better than this. Why is this a thing? I have to find some way to calm down. I'm going to drink a kombucha. I'm going to have some sparkling water. I'm going to get some bougie shit in my system to try to bring this all down. Because I'm that frustrated. If you've watched this, the monstrosity, you can see everything about it on Twitter. It's bad. It's like somebody took the prototype for Jermaine Jackson's head and put it on Mechad Brooks. Bro, you went from Supergirl to that, and now I gotta look at you as Jax. Come on, fam. If you've seen this movie or whatever, leave your thoughts in the comments below. You already know the drill. Like, subscribe, click on the notification bell, share this, share it everywhere. Do what you gotta do. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Mr. J Washington, MRJAY, you should know how to spell Washington. Join the Supervillain Squad on Patreon. Patreon.com, Mr. J Washington. Mad Titan Podcast, all that. Barbershop Talk for Nerds, you know what it is. I am so frustrated. I have got to go. I will holler at y'all later. There's more stuff coming. I'm out. Later.